Have you ever realized that some of the places you go to every week could quietly put you at risk? Once you pass 70, the truth is that certain spots can be more dangerous than they appear, and the risks often go unnoticed until something happens. That is why it's important to know exactly which places can quietly chip away at your safety, independence, and even your health. In this video here on Glow Life, we're going to talk about 5 places older adults should avoid whenever possible. These are not the obvious spots you'd immediately think of, and that's what makes this so important. Many seniors carry on as if nothing has changed, believing they can go anywhere the same way they did at 50. But the reality is that your body and surroundings interact differently once you cross 70. If you're serious about protecting yourself, keeping your independence, and avoiding unnecessary risks, you'll want to stay with me through the end. Some of the hidden dangers may surprise you, and by being aware of them, you'll know how to adjust your daily routine in a way that keeps you safer, healthier, and more confident. Now, let's get started. Place number 1. Crowded public transportation. One of the most overlooked dangers for seniors over 70 is crowded buses, subways, and trains. While these forms of transportation may seem convenient and inexpensive, they are also full of hidden risks. When you are packed shoulder to shoulder with others, balance becomes harder to maintain, and even a small jolt from a sudden stop or someone bumping into you can cause a fall. Falls at this age are not minor events. They can lead to broken hips, head injuries, or long-term loss of independence. Beyond physical instability, public transportation crowds are breeding grounds for germs. Your immune system is not as strong as it was at 40, and what might be a minor cold for a younger person could turn into pneumonia for someone in their 70s. Respiratory illnesses thrive in enclosed spaces, and that makes buses and trains particularly risky during flu season. Consider what happened to Richard, a 74-year-old retired teacher. He prided himself on staying active and independent, so he continued using the subway every morning to get to the gym. One winter day, the train came to a sudden stop, and he lost his balance, falling hard against a metal pole. The injury to his shoulder took months to heal, and the experience left him wary of traveling alone. What once felt like independence became a reminder of vulnerability. The psychological impact also matters. Being surrounded by noise, rushing strangers, and constant motion creates anxiety and stress. At this stage of life, peace of mind is just as valuable as physical safety, and avoiding overly crowded transportation helps you preserve both. Choosing alternatives like senior shuttle services, community ride programs, or even scheduling trips during less busy hours can protect your body and ease your mind. Place number 2. Dimly lit restaurants and bars. It might feel nice to sit in a cozy restaurant with soft lighting, but dimly lit places hold dangers many seniors never think about. Poor visibility makes it harder to read menus, recognize steps, or notice uneven flooring. A single misstep in the dark can cause a fall that changes everything. Restaurants with dim lighting often add to the problem with tightly packed tables and chairs, forcing you to squeeze between them and increasing the chance of tripping. There is also a social element at play. Many seniors feel embarrassed to ask for brighter seating or help reading a menu, so they stay quiet and struggle through. That silence can lead to ordering the wrong meal, missing important details about food allergies, or simply feeling left out of the experience. Over time, these small frustrations chip away at confidence and self-esteem. Take Helen, who is 78. She loved going out with her church group once a month. But one evening, at a trendy restaurant with dim overhead lights, she misjudged the step on her way back from the restroom. The fall left her shaken and sore, and afterward she hesitated to attend social outings. What was once a joyful part of her life became something she avoided because of fear. Another concern is alcohol in these environments. Even if you don't drink, others around you may, and crowded, dim places filled with people who are less steady on their feet can add risk. For seniors who do choose to drink, low lighting can make it harder to keep track of how much they've had, and alcohol affects balance and judgment far more strongly after 70 than it did decades earlier. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed to Glow Life yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Place number 3, large shopping malls. Shopping malls might appear harmless, even enjoyable, but for those over 70 they hide risks that are easy to overlook. The sheer size of a mall means a lot of walking, and while walking is healthy, doing it on hard concrete or tile floors for long periods strains joints and feet. Add in the weight of shopping bags, and what seemed like a simple trip can quickly drain energy and cause exhaustion. Noise is another factor. Malls are often filled with loud music, chatter, and background sounds. For older adults, especially those with hearing difficulties, this constant noise makes it hard to concentrate and can be overwhelming. Many seniors report feeling confused or anxious in these environments, which raises stress levels and reduces the enjoyment of the outing. There are also safety concerns in crowded spaces. Pickpockets often target seniors who may move more slowly or appear distracted. And let's not forget escalators. Something younger shoppers barely think about can be a serious hazard. Stepping on or off an escalator requires balance, quick movement and confidence in your footing. For someone in their 70s, one moment of hesitation can lead to a fall. Think of Robert, who at 76 still enjoyed window shopping. One afternoon, he decided to visit a busy shopping mall with his granddaughter. After walking for over an hour, his knees began to ache badly. On the way back to the car, he tripped on the curb outside the entrance because his legs were too tired to lift properly. That small stumble caused a knee injury that took weeks to recover from, and it made him think twice about future outings. Malls also tempt us with food courts full of fast food options high in salt and sugar, which can be harmful to heart health and blood pressure. What seems like an innocent treat can have consequences for those already managing chronic conditions. By choosing smaller local stores or shopping online, you protect your energy, your health and your sense of control over the day. Place number 4, crowded public events. Large public gatherings, whether it is a sports game, a holiday parade or a community festival, can seem like wonderful opportunities to socialize and feel connected. But for those over 70 they often carry hidden dangers that outweigh the benefits. The first and most obvious risk is the sheer density of people. In a crowd, it is easy to get jostled, pushed or lose balance. Even a slight bump can throw an older person off, leading to a fall that could cause serious injury. Another concern is accessibility. Events held in parks, stadiums, or public squares often involve uneven ground, stairs, or long stretches without seating. Seniors who tire easily may find themselves far from a place to sit and rest, which can quickly lead to fatigue or even fainting. The stress of not knowing where the exits, bathrooms, or quiet spots are located only adds to the discomfort. Crowds also create health risks. Respiratory infections spread quickly in tight spaces, and immune systems naturally weaken with age. For someone over 70, catching the flu or another illness in a crowded space can mean weeks of recovery. Add in hot weather or cold conditions, and the body is placed under even more strain. Noise levels are another hidden threat. Loud music, shouting, or amplified announcements can make it almost impossible to carry on a conversation or hear warnings. For older adults who already struggle with hearing clarity, this leads to frustration and can cause a feeling of isolation even while surrounded by people. Consider Linda, who at 72 went with friends to a summer festival. She enjoyed the music, but quickly became overwhelmed by the heat and the crowd pressing in on all sides. At one point, she felt dizzy and disoriented. Her friends guided her to a shaded area, but it was a frightening reminder of how quickly a joyful outing can turn into a dangerous situation. While it is important to stay socially connected, crowded public events are best enjoyed through safer alternatives. Watching from home, attending smaller gatherings, or choosing events with controlled seating and clear safety measures can still provide enjoyment without placing yourself at unnecessary risk. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed to Glow Life yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Place number 5, isolated rural roads. There is something peaceful about a quiet country road, but for seniors over 70, these stretches of isolation can hide real dangers. Unlike city streets, where help is often nearby, rural roads tend to be far from medical facilities, gas stations, or even cell service. That means, if an accident happens, whether it is a fall while walking, a flat tire while driving, or a sudden health emergency, assistance may not arrive quickly. Minutes matter in an emergency, and being far from help turns a small problem into a potentially life-threatening one. Road conditions themselves are another hazard. Many rural roads are poorly lit with uneven pavement, gravel, or even potholes that make walking difficult and driving stressful. For older adults with slower reflexes or weaker vision at night, one misstep or wrong turn could lead to injury or getting lost. Add in the fact that these roads are often used by fast-moving vehicles, and the risk of an accident increases. Wildlife is another hidden factor. Deer crossing the road, stray dogs, or even smaller animals can cause sudden surprises. Swerving to avoid them while driving has led to countless accidents, and for seniors, regaining control of a vehicle after a sharp reaction can be more challenging. Even walking these roads can feel unsafe, especially when stray animals approach without warning. Take the story of James, aged 74, who enjoyed evening drives through the countryside to relax. One night, his car broke down miles from the nearest town. With no cell service and little traffic on the road, he ended up waiting nearly 2 hours before someone stopped to help. The experience left him shaken, realizing how vulnerable he was in that situation. Although the idea of peace and solitude is appealing, seniors are safer choosing walking paths, parks, or areas where people are around and help is available if needed. It is better to prioritize safety over scenery at this stage in life, because the goal is not just to enjoy the moment, but to ensure you can keep enjoying many more years ahead. Final thoughts. Aging brings wisdom, perspective, and a deeper appreciation for life, but it also calls for caution in ways that may not have been necessary years ago. The places we have talked about, crowded public transportation, dimly lit restaurants, large shopping malls, crowded public events, and isolated rural roads, are not dangerous for everyone, but they carry hidden risks that become more serious after 70. By being aware of these dangers, you can make smarter choices that protect your health, your independence, and your peace of mind. Remember, it is not about giving up freedom, it is about creating new routines that support your safety while still allowing you to enjoy life fully. Choose environments where you feel secure, where help is available if you need it, and where your energy can be used for joy instead of worry. Protecting yourself in this way is not weakness, it is wisdom. Think about your own habits. Do you often visit any of these places without considering the risks, or are there safer alternatives that could give you the same benefits without the hidden dangers? The answers to those questions could make all the difference in how confidently and happily you live your later years. Thank you for joining us today on Glow Life. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.